My mom was pregnant. I was so excited. I said, look how big your belly's getting. She said, yeah, I'm pregnant. What's your excuse?
Dream team, stick together and make history. Golden Wonderland.
Hey guys, it's Eden and welcome back to my channel. I just realized I did not close my bathroom door. I am not gonna go do it either. So today I'm here. I have a fun video. I mean, it might be a little traumatic, but there's also a fun twist at the end. And I want to talk about the worst part about being fat. And I don't want to discount people that have health issues, or if you're struggling being plus size, or if you feel like you don't fit into the world. Those little annoyances about being fat, like not being able to sit in booths and things like that. I don't want to discount those things, but to this day, I feel like the worst part about being fat is other people and their opinions and their unsolicited advice in comments, etc. So I put a comment box on Instagram and I said, what's the rudest thing someone has said to you about being fat? And you guys came through. So I'm gonna read them to you today. Maybe you can relate, find some solidarity with people in the comments, and realize that a lot of the things that, like the trauma that you've experienced, like goes back so far. Some of these people are saying they remember things that people have said to them as far back as like grade school. So just to be like mindful or impeccable with your word, as the 4 agreements would say, and realize that what you say to people can stick with them and have a lifelong effect on them. So Eden of the future here. I'm literally editing this video and I must have like super jinxed myself, because the next day after I recorded this, I went to get my car worked on. There's a car dealership that has a lake nearby. It's pretty far from my house, but I always go there because I like to get out, get my steps in, enjoy the trail while they're working on my car. They called me and let me know that my car was ready, so I kind of hightailed it back so that I could get on with my day. It took like 4 hours. It was ridiculous. And as I'm rounding the corner, these guys roll down their window and yell, "Fat!" like that. It was like, "Fat!" And it just like reinforces my belief that people do not give a shit about your health. And no, I'm not talking about your family that may sit you down seriously and talk to you if they see that your mobility has been compromised, or if you have a health condition that losing weight could possibly help remedy that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the general public that leaves you comments on Instagram, leaves comments on your pictures. The family and friends that fat shame you, they don't give a shit about your health. They just don't want to look like you, and they don't want to look at you. And this is my theory, because if you see a fat person working out, you hear the stories all the time, people getting fat shamed at the gym. I'm working out. Wouldn't you say like, good job, keep going, if you care about fat people's health? Like, that should be what you're saying, not fat shaming them. So that is just my PSA. Do what you want with your body. If you want to lose weight, lose weight. If you don't want to lose weight, don't. It's all about bodily autonomy. You can do whatever you want. And fat phobia is real out in these streets. The first thing is this one all of us have heard. Someone asked me if I was pregnant. After I told them no, they kept insisting that I must be, multiple times. The next one is passively rude. You look great. Did you lose weight? And then she says, did I look like crap before or something? And that's been like my biggest gripe about losing weight, is people telling me how great I look. And I'm like, I've been a bad bitch. I'm confused. So my audience is mostly great. They are able to phrase compliments in a way where it's not putting down who I was previously. Because like I've said in the past, not everyone has a bad experience with being plus size. So don't assume that someone like thinks they look better just because they've lost some weight. You know what I mean? I was in a shoe store and a woman asked when I was due, and I said, oh, no, I'm not pregnant. I'm just fat. I'm gonna skip the rest of the pregnant ones because there's a lot of them. So I just thought that I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat was cute at the end. The worst thing someone said to me is, I can't have my girl fat because I'm a bodybuilder. I was fat when he approached me. Needless to say, that relationship did not last long. You would be so pretty if ... I think we can lump that in with the one that all of us have probably had. Let's say it together. You have such a pretty face. Just ignore the rest of you. You have a pretty face. The next one is, see if you can stuff yourself into a size medium so we can get a pic of everyone matching. And then there's a cry face emoji. My dad told me you look better the thinner you are. You would look better skinny is the next one. Wow, you're so much more flexible than I was at your size. I get that a lot as a plus size yogi. You don't eat as much as I thought you did. Judgmental much? Girl, you fat. That one's just blunt and out there. I've been told that I wasn't a good athlete because of it, amongst other things. At least I'm not fat with no ass. This was in 4th grade. That I'll never amount to anything and can't accomplish my goals because of my weight. My aunt said that I should get gastric bypass because no man would love me at my size. It really made me question my self-worth because I was working on it. I no longer talk to her, and that's on boundaries. Some stranger on the street just yelled many times, ew, disgusting, and followed me yelling it. You're so big I can't even get my arms around you. My dad, trying to hug me. My mom said I was shaped like a square. Do you want to be fat like your mother? If you don't eat that cake, you'll see that losing weight is easy. And then in parentheses it says, I hate cake, by the way. One of my friends, actually, she said too many to keep track, which is just sad that people have that experience. And to be fair, I did not say plus size in this. I did say, what's the rudest thing someone has said about your weight? So there is some comments about like people making fun of you for being too thin as well. Just want to keep that open. Someone said, your legs will always be big. That's just you. In Kmart in my late 20s, 2 older ladies whispering, and one said, look how wide she is. You are too big to get married right before my wedding. Someone told me when I showered, water couldn't reach my feet. I was 10. I'd have to shop in the tent section for my clothes by my own mom when I was 12. My mom was pregnant. I was so excited. I said, look how big your belly's getting. She said, yeah, I'm pregnant. What's your excuse? You'll be dead in a year because of your weight. My father said this to me. He's not a doctor. I was dancing and this guy told me he could feel the floor move, almost like an earthquake. Of course she's gonna eat that sandwich. Look at her. You obviously don't know how to eat healthy. My dad just told me they're gonna cut my arm off if I don't lose weight. That sweater makes you look pregnant. I was 17 and 130 pounds, shaking my head. In middle school, a dude would make cow sounds at me during PE. My ex told my roommate I could stand to lose some weight, but I had a pretty face. So I dumped him and he remained obsessed with me for nearly 10 years after. Some stranger told me, move faster, cow, as I was crossing the street. My father used to tell me I could afford to miss a couple of meals at least 3 times a week. My husband's aunt asked me if I really wanted to eat a burrito, mid-bite, and told me that I looked fatter than before. A doctor told me that my meds could cause weight loss, then looked at me and said, wouldn't be the worst thing. My father called me piggy or fatty every time he saw me. Well, I had a guy make pig noises at me, so I slapped his ass. Good for you, girl. Violence isn't the answer until it is. I wasn't trying to say that you need to lose weight, you would just be better slim. Fat people should not eat TV dinners. I was getting cauliflower rice and the guy was so loud. I don't believe you weigh that much. You don't look like it. I guess I appeared smaller to them. You're overweight because your mom is. I was in 6th grade. It's your choice to be fat, just diet if you don't want to be big. My mom said, I wish you were that skinny girl over there. That I was fat and ugly and I should KILL myself. This one got cut off, but it starts by saying, my doctor said that my depression and anxiety were caused by my obesity. She forced me to literally pray the something. I don't know what the rest of that is, but your depression and anxiety probably is not because of your obesity. All people are depressed and anxious. Not all people, but all sizes of people. You would be my type if you were a little smaller. She looks like she gained weight instead of losing it. This came from a good friend. A crazy neighbor lady saw me at the town rummage sale and started talking really loud about how big I am. I low-key got really sad. You need to try Slim Fast. This was shouted to me in public by a random person. Wow, they make jeans big enough to fit you? Are you sick? Do you have TB? I have sudden weight loss due to hormone imbalance. It was pretty embarrassing, I can imagine. Just random people shouting fat at me. You need to eat. Do you even eat? This person I know, she's pretty like slim. Damn, you getting big. Are you depressed? I had someone in high school tell me I have really big ankles. I haven't worn shorts since. An ex saw a picture of me in high school and said how good I would look if I were small again. Someone told me I'd look weird if I lost weight because they're used to the size that I am. Someone told me I should want to look better for my future children. Now I ask people, what is the thing that people have said about your weight that's actually funny? Because sometimes there is a funny fat joke here and there. You know, we've all seen them on TV and we've laughed, and sometimes it's just nice to make light out of things so that you're not so like consumed by it. So these are the responses to what's the funniest thing someone has said about your weight. A small kid asked me if there was a baby in my belly. So there's a contrast here. Like, some people were very hurt by that. Some people thought it was funny and can just laugh it off. And I think the ultimate goal is to like not let the opinions of other people consume you so much that you're hurt or that you're carrying burdens from grade school, to be able to like just laugh it off, say it to a friend and you guys all cackle over it and it not interfere with your life into adulthood. My coworkers couldn't figure out the noise coming from my rubbing thighs. They were looking around everywhere. Someone told me the only thing I ever run for is Twinkies. Someone told me the only reason that I look like this is because I'm tall. Oh no, you're gonna eat me. In the parentheses it says, bitch, if you're lucky. Okay, thick thighs out here saving lives. I see you. That I look like a witch because I was fat. Okay, off to cast spells. That I look like Shrek, a sack of potatoes. How are you that fat with no butt? The list goes on. I have a big butt, so they would call me Diesel Dukes. My 3-year-old said I need a lot of toilet paper for my big butt. She only needs a little for hers. You're lucky you're so thin. I actually have a medical condition that I have to work double to keep my bone density up if I was going to lose weight for my wedding, LOL. You're not fat, you're beautiful. Oi, I didn't say I was ugly, I said I was fat. You don't look like you weigh that much. Bittersweet for me. You're not fat, you're a thick bitch with rolls. That one's actually funny. You must eat so much. I got told, you must be at least 240 pounds. Joke's on them, I was like 300 at the time. Girl, I like all that fluff. It would be like sleeping on clouds. Someone said she thinks she's a fat ass model. Joke's on them, I am fat and I'm a model, laughing all the way to the bank. Most people your size have a funky smell. You smell like apples. You must eat a lot of them. You look like you work out. I don't. You're lucky your face is slim. Anytime I gain weight, my face blows up. Oh my God, did you lose weight? Nope, I just wore a sports bra that day. Someone told me that my thighs could crush a watermelon. Fuck yeah, they can. Okay, that is all of the funny ones. I did have one that someone messaged me, and it's another pregnant one, but it's like a face-to-face confrontation, so we need to go into it. It was a sales lady and I was trying on a dress in the fitting room after already losing 100 pounds. I changed, handed her the dress and said, please don't ever assume anyone is pregnant. I just lost 100 pounds and wanted a dress that would make me feel good. I won't be buying it from you, and handed her the dress and stormed out. And that's on respecting yourself. So those are all of the replies that I got. Like, that was the most responses that I've gotten to like a question and answer box in a really long time. And it's like pretty sad. And I'm sure that everyone in the world gets comments about themselves or their bodies that they don't like, but I feel like it's like socially acceptable to shame fat people, to feel like you get to say whatever you want to someone just because they're fat, because people perceive that as a personal failing, and it's not. And I just want you to remember that what other people think about you has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. You are worthy of love and respect, and whether your body weight is high or you're healthy, like that is not the determining factor on what you deserve in this world, and don't let anyone make you feel like it is. So I'm gonna sign off. What am I, in like 1980s? I don't know, like a newscaster or something. I'm gonna say goodbye. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Have a fantastic day. You're beautiful and amazing, and don't listen to assholes like this.